Maybe there is still an unfinished chapter in a corner of your heart, and you hide it even from yourself, just to appear strong. If this dream felt so vivid to you, it may be because your mind is trying to bring that old emotion back into the light. A dream sometimes whispers of a hidden fear, sometimes of an approaching test, and sometimes of the beginning of a great transformation. So what does it really mean to see your ex in a dream? Let's explore all the interpretations together in the simplest and clearest way. Seeing your ex in a dream is interpreted differently depending on the dreamer's current situation in life. If the person is already in a relationship and sees their ex in a dream, this is often seen as a sign of a possible breakup, emotional distance, or cooling off in the current relationship. However, if someone who is single sees their ex in a dream, it is usually interpreted as a new acquaintance or a new emotional beginning. This dream symbolizes that the heart may be ready to open again and form a new bond. According to some interpretations, an ex does not only represent separation, but can also symbolize a fortunate union or a sincere and healthy marriage. On the other hand, if a married person sees their ex in a dream, it may point to disagreements in the marriage, communication problems, and suppressed emotions rising to the surface. Walking around with an ex in a dream indicates that peaceful days are approaching and that the dreamer may achieve some of their wishes. Arguing with an ex, on the contrary, may symbolize the possibility of a fortunate marriage or a serious relationship. Talking to an ex in a dream is interpreted as making the right decision after a difficult period, gaining self-confidence, and meeting a new romantic prospect. However, if the conversation turns into an argument, it may indicate conflicts caused by financial matters and temporary losses. Laughing with an ex is not always considered positive. This dream may warn of encountering a self-interested person, losing trust, and facing financial difficulties. It can also point to regret and disappointment that may follow. Reconciling with or hugging an ex in a dream is interpreted as making up for past mistakes, starting anew with strength, and entering a period of emotional recovery. Arguing with an ex may sometimes mean warmth and closeness in family life, but in some interpretations, it can also be a sign of a difficult period related to health or stress. Being abandoned by an ex in a dream may indicate reconciliation and problem-solving for those currently in a relationship, and the beginning of a new love for those who are single. However, being abandoned for no clear reason may suggest disappointment in something one has invested effort in. Chatting with an ex represents choosing a new path, making different decisions from the past, and achieving significant success. Drinking tea and chatting together points to entering a peaceful environment and a fortunate new acquaintance. Kissing an ex in a dream suggests that the person may experience a situation that troubles their conscience and may seek support from others to avoid misunderstandings. Making love to an ex is interpreted as a reflection of suppressed emotions, a long unspoken desire for closeness, and the need to feel valued again. Marrying an ex in a dream means getting rid of inner distress, opening a new chapter in life, and moving toward success in one's career. However, seeing an unwilling marriage points to a challenging period and possible health-related issues. Becoming friends with or working together with an ex indicates that a long unresolved problem will finally be solved and that the person's path will open. Receiving news about an ex usually points to good fortune, financial gain, and new opportunities, while bad news may be interpreted as difficulties in family or work life. From a psychological perspective, seeing an X shows that a relationship that left a deep mark on the subconscious has not fully closed. This dream indicates that a memory the person thinks they have forgotten, but whose emotional traces remain, is still alive in the mind. Sometimes it is longing, sometimes regret, sometimes the question, what if things had been different? The mind brings these emotions from the past back into view through dreams. I wish that the dreams you see bring goodness into your life. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more dream interpretations. Until we meet again in another dream, take care.